vote for Graham Plattner. Pine Tree Results PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Cross Insurance Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs, cold therapy tubs, swim spas, and saunas in the region, with over 50 spas at up to 50% off this weekend at the Cross Insurance Center. Visit hottubshow.com.
Mainly Tacos Dos is located on Main Street in Bangor, several doors down from the main Discovery Museum. It's a place for great food, drinks, and atmosphere. Check out our menu online. Mainly Tacos Dos, 64 Main Street, Bangor.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
This is ABC 7 News at Noon.
We have primary results more than a week after Mainers went to the polls. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A Washington County woman is asking for her murder trial be moved to a different location, and a man died in a head-on crash in Ellsworth. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Friday afternoon. A small craft advisory is posted until 2 a.m. for your Saturday. We have active surf occurring along the coast as an area of low pressure tracks off towards the north and to the east. So there's that area of low pressure that continues to move away at this moment in time. You can see some rain showers right there too. Some precipitation will continue to remain a possibility today. Some rain showers and a few rumbles of thunder. Let's zoom things out. There's that area of low pressure right there now. It is going to bring some wind into the region as well throughout the daytime period. So as we do proceed forward, there's some rain showers right there throughout the daytime period. A few rumbles of thunder a possibility. That will pick up again for a little bit this evening before we see more of it throughout Saturday. But as we continue, gusty winds up to around 20 to even 25 miles per hour will be possible today. It may get even stronger at times, backing off a bit overnight. But then once we head towards tomorrow, here we are again with strong gusty winds. Hourly forecast, again, some rain showers, a few rumbles of thunder, temperatures in the 70s, and then falling. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. We've got election results overnight for the Democratic and Republican gubernatorial nomination, along with Congressional District 2. We know it will be Republican Bobby Charles, Democrat Hannah Pingree, and Rick Bennett on the independent side of things vying for the Blaine House in November. Matt Dunlap will be up against Paul LePage for Maine's 2nd Congressional District. LePage ran unopposed during that primary. We spoke with Chief Deputy Secretary of State Kate McBride for her thoughts on how the primaries went.
It is so important that every single vote be recognized, be counted, and be part of this ranked choice tabulation process. And so that's what we did, is we made sure every vote was there, everyone had their voice heard. And it does take a bit longer, but the results mean everything is accurate.
Those results came in around 2 o'clock this morning after a little over 5 days of tabulations. For more results and information, visit this story on our website. Now that we have results, Grace Blanchard has more on how we got here and what comes next.
A string of close contests has defined this primary cycle. In the Democratic race for governor, no candidate reached the 50% threshold on election night needed to avoid ranked choice counting. Dr. Nirav Shah held a tight lead with 26.8% of the votes, followed by Hannah Pingree, Troy Jackson, and Shenna Bellows, all in the 20 percentile. The Republican race had more of a clear leader, with Bobby Charles holding nearly 38% of the votes, followed by Ben Midgley and Jonathan Bush, who were both around 20%. However, that contest was also sent to ranked choice tabulation after no candidate secured a clear majority. The nominees of those races will battle it out for the Blaine House this November. In the closely contested 2nd congressional district race, the Democrats were separated by just a few percentage points following election night. Joe Baldacci held a lead with 31.6% of the votes, closely followed by Matt Dunlap at 29.2% and Jordan Wood at 28.9%. Since the election, Democratic candidate Paige Loud has conceded, leaving Baldacci, Dunlap, and Wood hoping for a chance to face off against former Governor Paul LePage, the uncontested Republican nominee. Election officials have been working to produce results, but work is still ahead, as the Secretary of State's office has already announced 3 recounts are scheduled for next week for multiple legislative races, and more could be coming.
In ranked choice voting races, candidates who receive one of the top 3 rankings at the end of the penultimate round of counting may request a recount. Recounts must be filed with the Secretary of State within 5 business days of the results being announced. In studio, Grace Blanchard for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
As we just went over, those results are now in after a long and tedious process. To take a look at those results for yourself, head to our Facebook page at Fox ABC Maine or click on Election Results. Drop down on our website at foxbangor.com. As this process was unfolding yesterday, Republican gubernatorial candidate Bobby Charles addressed the media, saying that ranked choice system is impractical and unconstitutional.
In short, the RCV system has led to chaos, confusion, distrust, and now, in the most recent primary election, lots of unnecessary nail-biting, particularly on the Democrat side, for a week and a half of uncertainty. Bluntly, Maine voters deserve better. This system just does not work.
Charles vowed that if elected governor, he would do away with ranked choice voting. One person is dead after a head-on crash on the Bucksport Road in Ellsworth. It happened just before 12:30 yesterday afternoon. Ellsworth Police Chief Troy Burr says that the preliminary investigation indicates 77-year-old Thomas Gaddis of East Machias was driving a Hyundai Elantra and crossed the center line. He says Gaddis' vehicle hit a Ram pickup head-on. It was driven by 62-year-old Burton Merchant of Sorrento. Gaddis was pronounced dead at the scene. Merchant was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The investigation is ongoing. In other news, a Washington County woman wants her murder trial moved to another location. Kaylee Brackett was convicted of murder in the death of 43-year-old Kimberly Neptune, who was found dead in her home with nearly 500 stab wounds in April of 2022. Maine's highest court vacated that conviction and a new trial was ordered. Brackett's lawyer says pretrial publicity and rumors in Washington County would make it impossible for Brackett to get a fair trial there.
In this case, the level of ill will and vindictiveness against Kaylee by members of the potential jury pool in Washington County is frankly over the top. The exhibits in this case demonstrate that from even the days prior to Kaylee's arrest, community members were pointing fingers, spreading false accusations.
Assistant Attorney General Katie Sibley says the publicity for this case was no different from any other murder case in Maine, and there is no need to move the trial. The judge is taking the matter under advisement and will make a decision at a later date. A Clinton man has pleaded guilty to murder in connection with a fatal shooting in Waterville last year. 53-year-old Richard Hatt had been accused of shooting a man to death in Waterville parking lot in July of 2025. He was arrested following the shooting on Highwood Street. The victim, 47-year-old Stephen Killam of Fairfield, was found deceased inside a vehicle at a nursing home parking lot. According to the Attorney General's office, Hatt will be sentenced on July 10th. Last week, Senator Angus King worked with members of the Armed Services Committee to draft the National Defense Authorization Act. It passed the committee with bipartisan support, and the final bill was released publicly yesterday. King says the bill funds the country's national security assets around the world, including in Maine. The bill contains authorization for an additional destroyer. The president's budget only funded one. Bath Iron Works will have a chance to compete for the contract to build that ship. The president's budget also contained a proposal to build warships in yards in Korea and Japan. The National Defense Bill does away with that provision and limits overseas building to auxiliary apparatus like cargo ships or tankers, but not warships like the ones built in Maine. Other aspects of the bill will also benefit Maine.
One of the most important things in the bill is a significant pay raise for our troops, which they deserve. And I think that was one of the most important provisions in the bill. Continued support for Ukraine is in the bill. Many other provisions that benefit not only the national defense and security of the United States, but also provisions that will be beneficial to Maine.
There's also support for a ground radar system at the former Loring Air Force Base, bringing additional economic development to Aroostook County. King says there's also research funding for the University of Maine and other Maine-centric provisions. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, some changes could be coming for the Bar Harbor business landscape. We'll be right back.
As a doctor in rural Maine, we're already seeing the impact. Susan Collins voted to support Donald Trump on the largest Medicaid cut in history. Healthcare is getting even more expensive. People are losing coverage. Our hospitals are closing, and the worst is yet to come. But Susan Collins gave Trump a blank check for his war in Iran. Billions of dollars that we could use here in Maine. We need to tell Susan Collins to stop siding with Donald Trump. We can't afford it.
Your internet experience feels different, ultra reliable, lightning fast. With Fidium 100% fiber, everything you do online works exactly like it should.
Night, bud. Zach, go to bed.
So is cable internet still slowing you down? Enough already. Fiber up to Fidium. Get a 2 gig plan for only $65 a month at FidiumFiber.com.
Hello, this is George Whelan with Down East Direct Cremation. Now, anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 52 weeks a year, from the comfort of your desktop or the convenience of your mobile device, you can summon transport and arrange a simple, affordable, respectful Down East Direct Cremation for your deceased loved one. Just by using the button exclusively at downeastdirectcremation.com. All you need is the location address of the person who has died, their vital statistics information, a valid credit card for payment, and that's it. No need to pick up the telephone, no need to answer a bunch of questions, no need to come into the store, and it's still just $9.75 complete. It's so easy, even I can do it. For more information, visit us at downeastdirectcremation.com or call us at 207-225-5332. Simple, affordable, respectful. The button, only at downeastdirectcremation.com.
Are you in need of remodeling your bathroom? Want to convert your tub into a safe walk-in shower? Call the experts at Bangor Bathrooms by Design now. They offer complete bathroom remodels, and from start to finish, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Call them now and save thousands. 659-6457. Enjoy that brand new bathroom you've always wanted from Bangor Bathrooms by Design. Transforming bathrooms, elevating lives.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
It's been less than 48 hours since the U.S. and Iran signed the deal, but potential signs of trouble are already emerging. Talks set between the U.S. and Iran today have been called off at the last minute. The White House says J.D. Vance is no longer going. After Israel launched new strikes in Lebanon overnight, a U.S. official tells ABC News Israel and Hezbollah say they've agreed to a ceasefire key to the deal between the U.S. and Iran. ABC's Olivia Rubin is following all of the new developments.
Today, a new agreement between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon. A U.S. official saying the two agreed to a ceasefire beginning today. There have been no public announcements from either side. An explosion seen in southern Lebanon today. The IDF saying they have not received instructions to stop fighting yet. It would be a major step coming after Israel carried out new strikes overnight in Lebanon, killing 47 people and injuring 97 others, according to the Lebanese Ministry of Health. The IDF saying dozens of Hezbollah militants were killed. and 4 Israeli soldiers killed, according to the IDF, when a tank was hit by a, quote, suspicious target. One Israeli official saying in a statement, quote, all of Lebanon must burn. The first part of the U.S. deal calls for an end to the fighting in the entire region. The 60-day period for negotiations has begun, but in-person talks between the U.S. and Iran and Switzerland were called off at the last minute. Now Iran announcing ships must apply for permission at least 2 days in advance before crossing the Strait of Hormuz. It appears to be a violation of the deal, which requires Iran to completely reopen the Strait of Hormuz.
It really shows that Iran thinks they're in the driver's seat. They obviously got the biggest benefit from the MOU.
And according to the maritime intelligence firm Kepler, there were 25 crossings at the Strait of Hormuz yesterday. Oil now trading around $80 a barrel. And back here at home, according to GasBuddy, gas still up more than $1 since the war began. In New York, Olivia Rubin, ABC News.
Now to Great Britain, where another change in power is looming as the Prime Minister faces a new challenge to his leadership. ABC's James Longman has the story.
We are feeling the first tremblings of what could be a political earthquake here and result in the downfall of Britain's Prime Minister, Keir Starmer. What you're hearing, by the way, is protests here on Downing Street. That is usual. What is not usual is just last night, Andy Burnham, Keir Starmer's biggest political rival within the Labour Party, he won re-election, which means he's back in Parliament, which means he can challenge Keir Starmer to the leadership of the Labour Party and become Prime Minister, and all indications are that he is going to do that. Why is all this happening? Well, the Labour Party and Keir Starmer in particular are incredibly unpopular now. Keir Starmer has some of the lowest approval ratings in British history for a Prime Minister, and so his Labour Party have been looking around for a replacement. The problem he has is that Andy Burnham didn't just win, he won a huge majority. So now there are calls on Keir Starmer to step aside immediately and hand over in some kind of transition. The issue is, just this morning, Keir Starmer said he would fight any leadership contest. And so Britain, the most important political, military ally to the United States, well, they might be facing yet more political chaos. The 7th British Prime Minister in just 10 years. James Longman, ABC News at Downing Street.
Several people are hurt following a hot air balloon crash west of Pahrump, Nevada. These pictures were of the wreckage from the sheriff's office. Officials say the balloon crashed near the Stewart Valley lake bed. Investigators say someone texted 911 about the crash, saying they could not call because of a weak signal in the area. When crews arrived, they found multiple people with injuries ranging from head injuries to burns. The FAA is investigating that crash. Some changes could be coming for the Bar Harbor business landscape. There could be a cap implemented to limit any future lodging built in Bar Harbor. The town's planning board is proposing a 12-unit cap primarily in the area of Main Street and Cottage Street, meaning no new hotels could have more than 12 units that built in that area. Planning Director Michelle Gagnon told the board members a 30-unit cap in those zones might be better.
The economic driver of Bar Harbor is lodging. A lot of other activities, or I say businesses, are basically in the hotel and benefiting from the lodging.
A lodging moratorium that went into effect in November 2024 is set to expire this July. There will be a public hearing on the proposed changes July 1st. After the break, Maine's Moose Lottery is this weekend. We'll be right back.
I'm Jim with Lowry Law. I was contacted by a woman who asked me to help one of her friends who had been hurt by a drunk driver. We got him a $250,000 settlement. If you've been hurt by a drunk driver, call me. I'm your go-to guy.
Here at Twin City Tire and Service, you will be working with industry professionals. We have ASE certified master technicians and certified tire and lube technicians. If we need your vehicle for a duration of time, we offer a complimentary shuttle service and can even offer a loaner vehicle. Being a client at Twin City Tire and Service means that we will treat you right. This includes a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on mechanical repairs. We also provide you with 1 year of complimentary roadside assistance. Come see us today at Twin City Tire and Service in Brewer.
Graham Plattner blamed women for getting raped. Who says something like that? Plattner said women should take some responsibility for themselves and not get so effed up they wind up having sex with someone they don't mean to. What's wrong with this guy?
Plattner said to avoid rape, women should act like an adult for F's sake. He's an awful person.
Graham Plattner is dangerous.
I would never
vote for Graham Plattner.
Pine Tree Results PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
When it comes to your home, go to the source. Go to R&B's Home Source in Madison. R&B's Home Source has home comfort, convenience, and savings all wrapped up in one location. From the living room to the dining room to the bedroom, we have some of the best values in furniture and bedding. For the kitchen, R&B's Home Source has top-notch appliances from fridges to ranges, even washers and dryers. And sit back and relax with quality electronics. We service everything we sell too. For your home, go to the source. R&B's Home Source, Lakewood Road, Madison.
Don't miss the Hot Tub and Swim Spa Blowout Expo this weekend at the Cross Insurance Center. Browse the largest display of hot tubs, cold therapy tubs, swim spas, and saunas in the region, with over 50 spas at up to 50% off this weekend at the Cross Insurance Center. Visit hottubshow.com.
This spring, invest in your nest with the County Federal Credit Union. Your home has grown in value season after season. With the county's 10-10 Home Equity Line of Credit, you can borrow up to your credit limit over 10 years with interest-only payments over those 10 years. 10-10. And then you can stop and smell the roses, soak up the sun, and invest in your nest. The 10-10 Home Equity Line of Credit, the County Federal Credit Union, countyfcu.org.
As you can probably imagine, here in the Test Kitchen, we taste test lots of recipes. And just like most of you, our favorite part is when we get to try a new dessert. Well, recently, we came up with a new, totally from scratch brownie that I think is the best brownie I've ever eaten. To make it, all we do is add some cocoa powder to a bit of melted butter, and once it's combined, we add some sugar and give it a quick mix. Next, we beat in 4 eggs. One at a time. The key is to make sure we beat it really well after we add each egg. Now we add some flour, vanilla, and a touch of salt, and stir it until it's smooth. Then we toss in lots of semi-sweet chocolate chunks to make this even more chocolatey, and some walnuts if you want. This goes into a 9x13 pan and we'll bake it off until it passes the toothpick test. What we end up with is the richest, most decadent brownies you've ever tasted. Sure, they're amazing with a glass of milk, but to take them over the top, try serving with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And oh my gosh, Ultimate Fudgy Brownies is one recipe you really need to go online and get right away. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a very chocolatey way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
For some, moose hunting in Maine is a family affair. It all starts with the famous Moose Lottery. Our Doug Banks has what you need to know ahead of this Saturday's big event.
The Maine Moose Permit Lottery is a time-honored tradition, combining the excitement of being surrounded by fellow outdoor enthusiasts. And if you're lucky, booking you a one-way ticket to a lasting memory.
It's extremely popular, in-state and out-of-state as well.
The 45th Annual Moose Lottery is being held at the Acton Fairgrounds in Acton between this coming Friday and Sunday. Starting at 1 p.m. on Saturday, the names of the lottery winners will be read.
And it's probably going to take several hours.
And that's because 75,000 people this year applied for a chance to secure one of only 3,700 moose hunting permits.
If you're not able to, come to the fairgrounds, we'll have the results posted on our website by 6 p.m. that night.
For those who do plan on attending, there'll be things to do in the meantime.
There's going to be a midway there with rides for kids, food vendors, games.
In the lottery's 45-year history, one thing has changed while another has remained constant. What's changed is that the names are no longer drawn out of a chicken wire tumbler at the Augusta Armory.
And back then, it was only 1,000 names. The moose population has grown since then. The popularity of the hunt has grown as well.
What hasn't changed is the feeling of securing a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. A moment described best by Gary Farrell, who spoke with us back in 2023 after winning a permit.
It's been a long time coming. I've put in nearly 20 years and never drawn my own permit, so it's really, really nice.
Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
When we return, Devin Biggs has your 5-day forecast.
Some of the most powerful Democrats and Republicans in the country were on Epstein Island. It seems the only thing the party establishments can agree on is a love of Jeffrey Epstein and a hatred of me. I'm Graham Platt, and I approve this message because together we will take back our government from the Epstein class.
People ask me all the time, are those commercials really true? Does Lowry and Associates really get all of those clients, all of those big settlements? Yes, we do. We really have gotten millions of dollars for Mainers hurt by commercial vehicles. And the insurance companies know when you call the twos, we're going to fight for you. And you know what else is true? I really am standing on top of this big truck.
Hurt by a big truck? Call the twos. We win for you.
As a doctor in rural Maine, we're already seeing the impact. Susan Collins voted to support Donald Trump on the largest Medicaid cut in history. Healthcare is getting even more expensive. People are losing coverage. Our hospitals are closing, and the worst is yet to come. But Susan Collins gave Trump a blank check for his war in Iran. Billions of dollars that we could use here in Maine. We need to tell Susan Collins to stop siding with Donald Trump. We can't afford it.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out half-off deals from foxbangor.com.
For the perfect floral arrangement, look no further than Luigi & Fredericks in Bangor. Our expert florists beautifully arrange flowers for any celebration or occasion. Trust Luigi & Fredericks for bouquets that brighten anyone's day.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with half-off deals from foxbangor.com.
Some of the most powerful Democrats and Republicans in the country were on Epstein Island. It seems the only thing the party establishments can agree on is a love of Jeffrey Epstein and a hatred of me. I'm Graham Platt, and I approve this message because together we will take back our government from the Epstein class.
Let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, Susan, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Old Town Redemption Center, now offering a 10% bonus on your returnables and a monthly $100 drawing. Alrighty, here we go. We have a small craft advisory that is up until 2 a.m. as we head towards your Saturday along the coast, dealing with some active surf at this moment in time with an area low pressure that is tracking off towards the north and east. And we do have wave heights at around 4 to 5 feet at this moment, and while further out towards sea, 4 to 7 foot wave heights are currently being observed, and all this activity is definitely causing some ocean temperatures to change. We are currently in the middle 50s according to the buoys nearby. Look at this, 40s and 50s still farther out. So again, we're definitely stirring things up at this moment in time. But meanwhile, here we are. We do have things tracking off to the north and east. No lightning with any of this. We do have the lightning tracker on, but nothing is falling at the ground with regards to any lightning at this point, just some rain showers, and we are going to have more rain showers occurring throughout the day. A rumble of thunder is not out of the question with this area low pressure that is tracking off towards the east and to the north and east. We'll have some more rain showers moving in and some strong winds as well. Futurecast again showing some more of those rain showers throughout the daytime period, and yes, a few rumbles of thunder. We'll see some opportunities for some rain showers again this evening. Again, we'll see some more precipitation even as we head towards your Saturday. And even as we head towards Saturday evening, notice we do catch a little bit of a break, although some more precipitation will try to wrap around. But once we head towards your Sunday, not looking too bad. A little bit of a break to start things off. A lot of precipitation on the way coming up between now and as we head towards early Monday morning. Some areas seeing up to at least a ½ inch of rain, but even in the parts of next week, a lot more rainfall, at least on the way. So for today, here's what we're looking at. Mid-70s, partly cloudy. There is a chance for thunderstorms with that west wind at about 30 miles per hour. And then overnight, here we go. Partly cloudy. Again, the chance backs off a little bit for rainfall. There is a slight chance still with lows in the mid-50s and that west wind at about 20 miles per hour. And then by tomorrow, upper 60s, partly cloudy. Again, a chance for showers and thunderstorms. It will pick up at times and back off at times with that northwest wind at about 30 miles per hour. Your extended forecast: Father's Day and the first day of summer showing showers and thunderstorms with highs in the mid-70s. Monday, more showers and thunderstorms, highs also in the mid-70s. Mid-70s again Tuesday, another chance for showers and thunderstorms.
Thank you, Devin. In Hong Kong, the annual Dragon Boat Festival saw dozens of dragon boats racing, marking a more than 2,000-year-old Chinese tradition. The festival, best known for its sporting events, saw competitors splashing water and wearing costumes. This as thousands flocked to Hong Kong's waterfronts to cheer on teams. The tradition and attention to the water is said to be based on a Chinese legend about a popular official who fell out of favor with the powers that be. The legend goes on that he ended his life in a river, and local supporters threw dumplings into the water to stop the fish from feeding on his body. In Hong Kong, the festival is considered a public holiday and also time to eat big dumplings made of rice and other fillings, as well as racing in dragon boats. Owners and servers at bars in Boston say the city is experiencing a shortage of a particular Scottish beer as fans from around Scotland swarm the city for the World Cup. Tennent's Lager is what bar and pub owners say they can't get enough of. Sam LeBlanc, owner of Sam Adams Downtown Boston Taproom, describes the Scottish fans as enthusiastic, generous, appreciative, and thirsty. He says the solution to this beer shortage problem is to simply keep ordering it in. With the Scottish fans happy, he says they're happy as well. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening on ABC 7 News at 6, and we are in Machias tonight. We'll see you then.
Graham Plattner called rural Maine stupid and racist.
You're calling me stupid and racist?
Who says something like that?
Plattner said cops are bastards, all of them. Graham Plattner has no respect for law enforcement.
Graham Plattner said some lobstermen are absolutely terrible people.
Graham Plattner, you got it absolutely wrong.
It disgusts me.
Graham Plattner would be a big embarrassment for me.
I would never vote for Graham Plattner.
Graham Plattner? No way.
Pine Tree Results PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
The following is a paid program for NeuroQ, brought to you by Life Seasons, a proud supporter of the National Institute on Aging. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat,